Hi, it's Erica with Siren Song Oracles, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. So this pick a card reading is going to be a goddess reading. I'm not saying that, men can't watch this, but this is about the goddess's energy and what your inner goddess wants to say to you right now. So this reading is more or less for women or goddess energy in general. So, I mean, hey, if a guy wants to tap into his inner goddess, he can do that. But yes, so each of these individual readings is about that particular subject of how to tap into your, what messages do these cards have for you in regards to empowerment and in regards to your inner goddess. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you are liking my videos. I haven't done videos for a couple of days. My apologies. Life got kind of busy, so I wasn't able to do that. But I will try to post as many videos as I can. This week is also going to be a busy week. So I'll probably do this one and maybe one other reading and then probably start up again come the weekend. Okay. So we have spread number one, which is an amethyst. That's an amethyst stone. That's spread number one. Spread number two is a rose quartz. Spread number three is a rainbow quartz. So we can just pick one of those decks, whatever you feel is resonating with you for the time being, and it may have a message in there for you. So we are going to get to the first spread right now. Okay, we're going to just move these over a little bit. Okay, so the first spread. So the first card, let's take this off here. The first card is from the Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. Okay, that's this card here. So number one, your goddess is Ishtar. Let me get that out of the way there. Your goddess is Ishtar. It's about boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. So you may be having some issues around boundaries, number one, whoever you are. Yeah, you may have to establish the boundaries in your home, establish boundaries at work, between friends, lovers. You may have to stand up for yourself, or you have been wanting to do that for a long time. This is something you need to establish in your life. I'm actually going to read from the Goddess Oracles. One second, because I don't know these cards in and out, so I need to read the message, okay? So it says again, love yourself enough to say no to others, demands on your time and energy. This is the message from Ishtar. A sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energies into the relationship, and then no one benefits. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now, that's a healthy behavior to teach others. The other meanings, various other meanings are, you're giving too much, become more assertive, don't do things out of guilt or obligation. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's look at the rest of the cards actually to see what the story is here. So one was boundaries. We got that one. Okay. So the next one is, and this is kind of fun. This is a new deck I got, and I had to get it because it said E as in Erica. A lot of my friends call me E, so I absolutely had to get this. And this is called The Oracle of E. Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. It's really fun. It's very modern. So, and I don't know the actual deeper meanings of the card, so I'll probably will end up reading out of the book, but we're going to see what it says, okay? So maybe it connects to the boundaries card. From scratch. Ooh, so looks like you're starting over, possibly. Now, the meaning in the book could be different. Maybe this, you're starting over somewhere. You're starting from scratch, like creating something that has not been created before, creating from nothing, making something from nothing. Sounds like manifesting. Let's see what the book has to say. Congratulations, you've got all the ingredients for every one of your dreams to come true. Everything is now within reach. What are you waiting for? It's not going to bake itself. Quit looking and start cooking. So it just sounds like, you got to start, getting this started. You got to get it in the kitchen and get it going. So whatever dreams you have, whatever, projects you want to do, or even if it's the dream of, having a relationship, the dream of getting a new home, the dream of, creating music or whatever you'd like to do, whatever dream you have to start. Maybe other people are getting on your boundaries. You don't have time for that. You don't, maybe there's something to do with boundaries and like starting this project and getting it together. So let's just see again what's the story here. I just want to see a more complete picture. Okay, so the next deck we have is The Oracle of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. That's this book right here. And that's this deck right here. There's the book. Sorry, it's too close. Okay, so the third one is Water Flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, and weightlessness. So yeah, sounds like, this one I'm feeling is connected to the boundaries card. It's almost like once you can establish some boundaries, you just put the card back up, boundaries in your life, you'll be able to have less burden. You'll feel lighter. There's something about the boundaries that you're going to be, implementing and starting and getting something together that you've always wanted to do for a dream that's going to make you feel like, the heaviness is gone, and the burdens are cast away, and there's a weightlessness. There's a lighter energy coming here. It's very interesting. I wonder if that is all connected. Let's see what else it says. So, and I will put it all together at the end as I usually do. So the last card we have here, and this is a really cool deck. This is called Love Your Inner Goddess deck by Alana Fairchild. It's a very cool deck, and I will definitely have to read out of the book for this one because I'll do my own interpretation, but I will read out of the book. Okay, here we are. Blame my gypsy soul. Ooh, so this is somewhat of a gypsy soul. This is a person who likes to explore and travel and be free spirit and just wander. Interesting, huh? Well, that could be part of the dream, to be more free. I mean, this person with the heaviness lifting and the burdens being cast away, that's definitely more of an energy of who could be a gypsy, somebody who's free, somebody who's wants to explore life and maybe just wants to, live on the road. Maybe, the gypsy never really has a total home. But it's also a gypsy spirit, which is like really living life. So let's just see what the book has to say. The book has to say. Let's see here. I like that card. It's so pretty. Blame my gypsy soul. Number 3. You are encouraged to say yes to new opportunities and adventures. Okay, so this is about adventuring. Oh, adventures, ideas, and connections, especially the ones that fill your heart with a sense of excitement. Okay, it says here, in parentheses, it says, perhaps just before your mind begins to dwell on doubts and concerns, trying to talk you out of something before you even give it a chance. You know how often that can happen. At first, you might be a little excited, then you start talking yourself out of it. That happens so often. You can handle the unfamiliar better than most. Once you get your bearings, you'll find a way to thrive, to enjoy what you discover and experience. Let the yearning of your soul to explore the new and exciting inspire you. The unfamiliar and the unknown hold great blessings for you. Open yourself up to new horizons. Okay, so then there's some spiritual guidance here. There's a wanderlust in your soul, that a heart quest for new worlds and amazing experiences. You are supposed to feel this way. You have a gypsy soul that will always seek out something new and different. This is just how your life is meant to be, a divine adventure. And there is an adventure that is meant just for you. Places to see, people to meet, experiences to have. You are meant to go on a journey inside of yourself and out in the world. You are meant to explore a world bigger than the one you currently know. It is going to happen. Trust in divine timing. Be open to what life has in store for you. Maybe you are a little afraid and you wonder if you're brave enough. Maybe you worry that you have missed your chance, but you cannot miss your destiny. It is right here waiting for you, and your gypsy soul is going to grow and fulfill even more of the purpose for which you were born. Oh, this is an amazing card. I love it. So I'm really thinking this is part of that, getting it started. You're going to have to make some plans maybe to implement this kind of new exploration. I mean, you could be traveling, getting involved in new projects, doing different types of things from scratch. It just sounds like you're kind of starting over, putting down the boundaries. Making sure that nobody's sucking your time and energy, because you got to have time and energy for this. Sounds like a very, creative time period for you. Creativity, exploring new ideas. So like meeting new people, getting out there, especially, you want to explore, you have a project, you need to do things. Yeah, nobody can be sucking up your energy all the time. Not everything is your responsibility. And it could just be maybe a relationship too, where maybe you want to be a little more free in that. I don't know. For some reason, that's what I'm getting. Because once that happens, I mean, look at this flight and gypsy. Like this almost like goes together. Weightlessness. It's being free. It really is about being free. This is a very interesting reading. It's almost like you have to set boundaries down to be free. And you have to start something, and you have to start it like, start it fresh and new and something totally different. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to be able to be free. I don't know. I'm liking this reading. I'm liking it. You're starting something new after you're establishing boundaries in your life. After you get that set, you can take off on this new adventure. You can have your burdens be cast away from you. Maybe part of the burden is you're not setting the boundaries and you feel overly burdened. And also starting something from scratch. But you got to get, but the warning is you got to get started now. You can't waste any more time. So number one, I really hoped you enjoyed that. I hope that helped you. I hope that was an empowering reading for you. We're going to move on now to the people for the people who picked number 2, which was the rose quartz. So we're going to move that out of the way. This is the rose quartz right here. We're going to move that out of the way. So here's the reading for number 2. All right, here we are. Diana. Oh, nice. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So this sounds like you have a goal. Yeah, sounds like you have a goal in mind. You're pursuing something. This is something that needs your focus. Could be anything. But you have a goal. And maybe you haven't been focused lately. Maybe you've been distracted. Just saying like, keep your eyes on the prize here. And you have to have your thoughts, feelings, and actions all kind of on the same level here in order to attain that goal. But it looks like you're very focused. Let's see what else we have so we can kind of get more of the story here. Next card is GPS. Very interesting. Again, it's kind of funny. It's like, where are you going? Like GPS, like where is this going to take you? Like, do you know what your direction is? Do you know what your focus is? Let's see what the GPS meaning has to say. And again, this is the Oracle of E. Love that name. It's so funny. Okay, so GPS. It says, OMG, your intuition is being a real show-off these days. It's so ready to help you navigate your life. And quite frankly, it's getting a tad bit impatient. It just can't understand why, when it knows the fun, easy route, you insist on doing everything without its help. There's no need to be lost ever, especially now that you're about to stumble onto a gold mine. Ooh, that sounds awesome. So, along with this focus is intuition. Like, that's helping guide you on this journey of whatever you're trying to attain. So it's very important that, you go with your instincts and you go with your intuition, and it will guide you. It will never fail you. And that will help you with the goal that you're trying to achieve. Okay. Next card is the Mermaid deck. Farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar and light cycles. Well, it's just a focus on the moon here. You may have a connection to the moon. Maybe you're a Cancer. Maybe you just love, maybe you're just like observing the moon. You feel a special connection to it. Could be involved in, maybe Wicca or, paganism, which, the goddess, which is represented by the moon, is prominent. Appreciating and enjoying the lunar and light cycles. Maybe this goal, has something to do with, a new moon or a full moon or something like that. Maybe the timing of it. Farewell to the moon. I don't know. Sometimes I interpret this card as a farewell, but I don't really see that in this reading. Let's you know what? I'm going to actually look to the book to see. It really has a lot to do with tuning into the moon. I know that for sure. So I'm trying to put these two together. I would say focusing your intention and having your intuition working for you somehow along with the moon. I think I'm going to have to turn to the book to get a better gist of that. Usually I wouldn't turn to the book for the mermaids, but this one I'm going to. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the divine a message here. It is as natural as breathing in and breathing out, and to sink, we need to do nothing but live. Yet you are now being called to live in deeper partnership with the cycles of lunar sea, so that the magic of your life becomes fuller, deeper, richer, so that you live more with ease, flow, courage, and gratitude. Okay, so I think a lot of this has to do with, sometimes when we're aiming for a goal, we just get a little too rigid. This is kind of like that ebb and flow of the ocean, the tides being controlled by the moon. It's flow. It's basically it's more feminine energy. It's more of a flowing energy, whereas it has to be in balance, because sometimes when we're trying to attain a goal, we just get a little too masculine, a little too linear and focused. So maybe this is more of a balancing out of that you need to have. Okay, so it says, flow, courage, and gratitude. Like the moon, you shine and you dim, you grow and you shrink. So it's all cycles, in and out, back and forth. It's like you have to be kind of patient with all that. All these things are taught by the simple observation of walking, swimming, dwelling in the oceanic magics by moonlight. If we learn to yield and capitulate, set the tone, lead, and allow another to take control at times, all will be well. So maybe, again, it's like learning when to take control, learning when to back off, learning how to let somebody else take the lead. This could even be like a relationship situation that you're focused on right now. Maybe you need to let the other person take control, possibly, being a little more in the feminine energy. This dance is echoed in the varying shapes of the moon as she yields to darkness, then grows in brightness each month as women bleed their oceanic bloods each lunar month, 13 moons. Observe the moon under her light. Withdraw with her darkening. Know what her phase was at the moment you first drew breath. It need not be complex. The simple connection will change you so that your true essence can come forth and be known by the world. So this is a definite connection to the moon. I'm very curious to know if number 2 feels a connection to the moon. It's even saying that a good thing to do is maybe know what your moon sign is in your birth chart, and look that up and research that and see what that has to say. Maybe that can provide you with some information here. But yeah, honestly, I'm just going to say, if you have time, look to the moon. Or maybe you already like to do that, but it's a connection to the moon. That's all it is. And also to the sea, ebb and flow. It's just cycles. It's the cycles of your life. And I think it's kind of telling you to like be more patient with this goal. I don't know. That's just my vibe on it. Be more patient. Things come in their time. Stay in that feminine energy where maybe somebody else needs to take control for a minute. Maybe you need to let them lead, or let life kind of just give back to you. To me, it's just a very receptive energy here. So it's balancing out that masculine focused intention, I think. So this is still, I think, about like a goal, but kind of like looking at it from a different perspective. Okay, so the last card would be the Goddess deck. Ooh, Psyche. So, interesting. Psyche. I have no idea what that means. Well, I know their Psyche was a Greek goddess. I know that. And Psyche has to do with your psyche. But there's a lot of beautiful butterflies here. It feels like transformation. It says here, surrender. Interesting. This kind of was saying be more feminine and let go a little bit. Now this is saying surrender as well. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this I've never gotten this card before. I've never actually seen this card before. So let's see what Psyche has to say. It says, you are going to find the exact help that you need at the exact times that you need it. You have the ability to attract resources and even to create something out of apparently nothing. Don't put your focus on or your faith in the material world and its seemingly endless obstacles and difficulties. Direct your attention and your trust towards your all-powerful and unconditionally loving universe, which is your friend and teacher. When you do this, you empower the universe to help you, and it really wants to in the most amazing ways. The spiritual guidance is, Psyche, goddess of the soul, accomplished seemingly impossible tasks as a human being before she became a goddess. She reminds us that our own human courage, intelligence, willingness to go through the unknown and face our fears, even when the obstacles may seem insurmountable, is enough to succeed. So again, we're focusing on goals. This person, number 2, you want to succeed at something real bad. You're very, very goal oriented right now. And it looks like there's just like this one major goal going on. And you might be experiencing some obstacles right now. I don't know, because this reading is kind of telling you to do it a different way, like to pursue your goals through your intuition and through maybe being in a more of a feminine energy of receiving. And now it's kind of almost saying the same thing here in this deck too. She teaches us how to know when we must do something for ourselves and when we need to allow others. Again, now it's talking about allowing others with their different knowledge and skills to help us. So it's so funny. It's basically repeating this other card about, letting other people help you, letting somebody else take over. She urges us not to be afraid of being vulnerable. Yes, apparently, I think number 2 here is a strong person who doesn't want to be vulnerable, doesn't want to ask for help. Okay. She teaches that feeling weak at times doesn't mean we have no strength to succeed. We just need to be honest about how we feel while we choose to keep going and believe that somehow everything will work out. So this card is a lot about faith in your goals, faith in your intentions. That's called having faith. Yeah, it's funny. It's just what the book said. Psyche knows that, just like the emerging butterfly, the biggest challenges in our lives are actually helping us to become what we were always destined to be. Sometimes we need a push from the universe to do what we need to do to fulfill our divine potential. It's safe to trust what is happening in your life, even when the way ahead intimidates you. Refuse to give up when things get difficult. Okay. Remember, God is in training. Love will always find a way. Yeah, this might be, number 2 might be on a little bit of a difficult path. I mean, it just sounds like, don't give up this goal just because it's going to get a little hard. Stay focused. Be unwavering in your focus. So number 2 is, want something real bad. That's cool. That's good for you, number 2. Use your intuition as you are focusing on your goal. That will not let you down. Something to do with the moon. Only you could really know this. You know whether you have a connection to the moon or not. Maybe you've been looking into your moon sign. Maybe you want to know about your moon sign to know who you really are, because the moon sign is about who you really are on the inside and who you are emotionally. It can be important. Spending more time outside looking at the moon and connecting with her energy, or, especially the sea and the moon together, may help you. Or it could just be to do with cycles of the moon and feminine energy of flow. It could be any of those meanings, but that comes into play when trying to attain this goal. And lastly was the psychic card. And it's just saying, look, don't give up, have faith, allow other people to help you. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's not weak. So just, I think the message is, bottom line is, just keep focusing. Just keep at it. Keep at it. Stay strong. Let others help you. Number 2. You don't have to do it all by yourself. So I hope that really helped you, and I hope that gave you some inspiration. So now we're going to move along to number 3. And number 3 is the rainbow quartz. I'm just going to get a little sip of water here if you don't mind. Number 3 is the rainbow quartz. Okay, right here. I'll put that over here. So now we're going to go to number 3. First card out of the goddess deck, Isolde, undying love. Ooh, so this one might be about love, like a soulmate type of twin flame type of thing. Undying love. It's going to be interesting reading. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is, regardless of the situation, this person may not be with you right now. This person might be with, with another person even. That's what it says, regardless of the situation. You could be having a hard time with your love right now. You cannot be maybe you're not communicating. Maybe you're just arguing a lot. Maybe this person's with another person now. But this love has not died. So there's some, we're going to get a bigger picture here, but whatever this is, number 3, this is about somebody. It just feels like it's somebody you are connected to. That's a pretty beautiful card. Okay. What does the oracle you have to say? It says baby steps. Interesting. Okay. I see this as well. Maybe you're going to have to take baby steps to, get back to this loved one here. Slow going, little by little. You guys will get back to each other. Maybe that's it. Let's see what it has to say, because like I said, these meanings are sometimes very different from what the card says. It's just my interpretation of it. Okay. Everything is baby powder fresh right now. It's new, it's exciting, and of course you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. You're not supposed to. It would ruin the surprise, but go ahead, take that first step. All great quests have got to begin somewhere. Well, it started with undying love, so I would say, you know, maybe you've recently reconnected with the person and it's a new thing with you guys, or you want that, but you're not sure how it's going to happen, how it's going to work out. But you know what? It's a surprise. You know, the universe doesn't reveal everything. We're not supposed to know anything. But you have to take some sort of step. I mean, that step could be anything. It could be like calling that person, contacting the person. It could be just, you know, saying a little prayer or making a wish. It could be letting go. I mean, any step that you feel you need to take to bring this love back to you. It's a new start, though, I can tell you that much, because it's about baby powder fresh, right? So it's a new start here. Okay, let's see what else the cards have to say to connect the picture here. Okay, next one is the Mermaid deck, and this is Seashell Divination, Wisdom of the Shells, Conchomancy. Okay, I'm going to definitely have to read this card because I don't know how this connects to this reading. It could just be about divination, using divine tools to help guide you on your love journey, help guide you on what steps to take. It could literally be that. That's just my interpretation without actually like reading the book. So let's look this up. So it says gift, treasure. Oh, no, sorry, that's the wrong card. Wrong. Oh my gosh, my eyes are so bad. I thought I saw a different number there. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so it says here, the divine reading is, just as crystals hold energies and messages for us, so do these beautiful living homes and structures of the sea creatures. Interesting. Okay. Each creature resonates with a particular energy, and by connecting with their shell, holding it, feeling it, its qualities, understanding its connections, we can begin to heal a part of ourselves. So this could be about healing, you know, from this particular undying connection. You could be trying to heal from that. Okay. And maybe that's part of the baby step of maybe, you know, returning back to this person, or just starting over for yourself. Yeah, that really could be part of the baby step to heal. Yeah. Okay. And while we are all perfect and unique expressions of the God and Goddess of nature herself, we are also beautiful works in progress. So yeah, you're not going to be perfect. You know, healing is a process. Messages and healings from the natural world are empowering and freely available to us all. So I think maybe it's saying, you know, get back to nature. Number 3, that might help you. Maybe take a walk in nature, meditate in nature. Well, it says here, take a walk by the shoreline and do a cleanup of any plastic or human debris you find. Okay, like maybe cleaning up the earth and you know, contributing to the environment and movement. Environmental movement, sorry. And it says here, cleaning the human debris, any plastic or human debris you find. Once this offering is made, take another walk, this time with the intent to receive a message from the sea mother and the mermaids via a shell. This is very interesting. Hold it and see what it has to say to you, and you may wish to return it to the shore with thanks for its energy, blessing, and message instead of claiming it. You do not need to possess everything. Interesting. Very interesting. That was it. Some of these are just about, like, you know, going into nature or whatever. Maybe you just need to go to the beach. You know, honestly, maybe you need to, maybe you are a type of person that loves to collect seashells. I mean, when I was a kid, I collected seashells all the time. I was obsessed with anything that came from the sea when I was a kid. So maybe you're that person that likes to do that. Maybe you want to, you know, clean up the ocean area. Maybe that'll actually heal you and help you. You know, it's kind of like receiving messages, healing the planet by cleaning it up. It's very much about nature. So I would just say, you know, maybe that has something to do with your journey. You know, maybe that has something to do with your healing. It could have something to do with the love you were with. Maybe you guys like to do that. Maybe you're really into the ocean and cleaning up the environment, and maybe there's a connection there with you and your love. But yeah, it just seems like, going to the ocean, getting into nature, listening for its messages would help you along this journey, would help you maybe figure out what these baby steps are. That's a very interesting card. I've never gotten that card before. So yeah, just listen in nature for the messages, and maybe a good trip to the beach might help you. Or again, like I said, you could be involved in environmentalism of cleaning up the oceans, and maybe that even connects to this lover that you have in this reading, this soulmate person that you have. I don't know. I just tried to dig deep with that one because I've never gotten that one before. Okay, this one, the last card is Bright Destiny. Oh, I like that. It became a butterfly. And it's funny because, we got more butterflies. The last one we had butterflies too, but there's some sort of bright destiny involved with number 3. Very interesting. And it could be a destiny for you in that undying love that you have. So let's see what it has to say. It's okay to feel unclear, even confused about what is happening in your life or within you at this time. It's like that because you are going through soul growth. Things will become clear in time. For now, however, let the process happen. Fear can make us try to force something that isn't quite ready yet. Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. Maybe this person, and the steps that you have to take, it's a slow process. Maybe this person's not ready yet. Maybe you're not even ready yet. So this is going to be a slow process, this situation here. Let it happen. Again, let the process happen. Fear can make us try to force something that isn't quite ready yet. Don't try to impose a meaning, take action, or understand it all prematurely. Don't think too hard. When it is time for you to act, you'll know it. It's okay to relax and trust that at the moment of clarity will come when the time is right. Yeah, so it's, baby steps. You know how baby steps are. They're very little steps, very small steps. This is a long process between you and this undying love of yours, this person in your life that you still feel a connection with. Okay, so we're going to read the spiritual guidance for this card. To become truly yourself, shining your divine beauty and light, you will go through a process of releasing what is no longer right and true for you. Very interesting. Like the caterpillar who sheds the chrysalis when it is time to emerge as the butterfly, you will let go of the person you once thought you needed to be. This can feel freeing, exciting. It can also seem frightening. You may feel crazy sometimes, trying to hold on to a past that is no longer available to you and grasping for a future that is yet to be. Sometimes it can feel like a dark night of the soul, filled with questioning and confusion. Others may not understand what is happening, and you may feel as though you can't really explain it either. In such times, we have to trust that all the changes and uncertainty are a process of growth, letting go in order to open up to something amazing and new. This is happening for you now. You don't have to be afraid. You are going through this because you are ready for it, even if you think you're not. There is a loving reason for all of it, even if you cannot see that right now. Put your faith in the mystery. Trust that the answers will come, and so will the joy of all that you have grown into. Stay true to your path and know that you have a bright destiny ahead. Yeah, it seems like number 3 is kind of going through an unknown situation here about this undying love. It's confusing, it's baffling. This really could be one of those, soulmate twin flame type journeys where it's a little deeper, and the connection is just like, sometimes it just leaves you scratching your head like, why do I feel this way about this person? Or why is this person, why does this person make my life hard or whatever, it could be so many different situations, but it just seems like, it's baby steps. It's little baby steps. It's a slow, whatever's going on with you and this other person, it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. So have patience with that. Let it happen, like this card said, and it's all, again, about the ocean, and mermaids are all about the ocean. So it's like, that ocean energy of like ebb and flow and spending time by the ocean, communing, meditating. That might help you sort of just calm down about this whole thing and know that, it's okay not to know exactly what's going on. Sometimes we are in the dark. We don't know what the next step is. But we do know that there's something great ahead for us. So number 3, just hang in there and know that you are transforming and that something great is lying ahead of you. You just can't see it yet. Don't give up on it because you haven't tasted it yet. And it also could be, that some things have to change before you, experience this kind of love. Whether it's somebody you already know or somebody you haven't met, actually. So before you get with your, your soulmate or your twin flame, there's some things in you, a transformation in you that has to happen. And that's why it's a process. That's why it's taking long. That's why it's baby steps. It's new, but you got to take your time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You are becoming who you're supposed to be. So number 3, I hope that really helped you. And oh, just one little thing. You're becoming who you're supposed to be, probably because of this person, because of this undying love. It's been an influence. It has transformed you. This has transformed you. That's the last thing I want to say about that. Okay. Well, I hope all of you enjoyed your readings. I hope most of it resonated, or all of it resonated would be great. And if it did, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much again for stopping by. And hope to get some more readings out by tomorrow night. I'd like to get at least one more in. And again, thank you and have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.